morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the Health and Wellness Paartay. Congratulations to the Life Center for 10 years of servicing our community of health and wellness and fitness. I've had several opportunities to work with Lazet, work at the Life Center, work with many of you on this morning. So welcome. Hello, if I've seen you before. Hello, if you're new to me. I'm going to take a brief moment to introduce myself, and we're going to deep dive into some nutrition science this morning to help make sure that you're pairing the food with all of the movement that you're doing today. So, as Leah mentioned, thank you for the introduction, Leah. Once again, I'm Lisa Smith, certified plant-based nutritionist, and all I do, y'all, is I slang plants every damn day, okay? So my mission is to make sure you understand how what you're eating and how what you're putting in your body has one of the biggest impacts on your health, because we can do the movement, we can do the stretching, but if we're not following that up with 23 more hours of good nutrition, then what's the point? So we want to make sure we have those equally, right? So what I love to talk about is how to use what Mother Nature has naturally provided to us to make sure we're healing the body, maintaining a healthy weight, maintaining healthy mental and emotional health, and making sure that we're guarding against chronic disease as well as things like COVID, right? So I'm going to talk to you this morning about 3 things that we should be doing to make sure that we are doing those things, guarding against chronic disease. And when I say chronic disease, y'all, I'm talking about the high blood pressure. I'm talking about the high cholesterol. I'm talking about the blood sugar, the type 2 diabetes. I'm talking about autoimmune disease. Okay. I'm talking about cancers. I'm talking about, digestive health issues. There's a lot of power that's within our control, regardless of what you've been told by, physicians, regardless of what you think runs in your family or in your DNA. You actually have more control than you may imagine on your health, on your longevity, on your life expectancy, and on your ability to reverse chronic health challenges. So I'm going to talk to you about 3 things that we should be doing every single day to ensure we are giving our body and our brains the best shot at optimal health. So we're going to dive into it, okay? And I think at the end, we're going to reserve a few minutes, I think Lizette said, for questions, because I want to make sure you walk away with tangible things that you can start doing immediately, right? So if anyone's heard me speak before, I don't like to give broad strokes. I like to go in deep so that you can make real life changes immediately, okay? So there's 3 things that we should be doing every single day. So the 3 things we're going to go over is hydration, detox, and nourishment, okay? And I'm going to give you tips in each one of those categories on how to make sure you're giving yourself the best shot at reaching your healthy weight or maintaining your healthy weight if you're already there, and guarding against chronic challenges that existed way before COVID, but now we need to double down on that immunity, on that metabolic rate to make sure that we are giving ourselves the best shot. So here goes. Okay, so make sure you got your notes, and then if I say something that resonates with you, or that a question comes up, type it in the chat, and let's try and pull those out there as we go, because I know I only have a short time frame, but I want to get you what you need before I leave, okay? All right, so first let's start with hydration. Listen, water is one of the most important things we put in our bodies every single day. Here's the thing, guys. We need 102 vitamins and minerals to thrive. That's a lot. But we don't have to eat all of them every day in order for our levels to be optimal, okay? However, water is the one thing everyone wakes up deficient in every single day. What does that mean? It means it doesn't matter how much water you drank on Monday. Come Tuesday, you got to do it all again. And so you guys know, especially I know, clients at the Life Center, the power of consistency and the importance of consistency. Well, when it comes to hydration, we have to be drinking, listen in now, somebody type this in the chat for me, half of your healthy body weight in ounces of water per day. Okay, half of your healthy body weight in ounces of water per day. Break it down for me, Lise. So what does that mean? That means if your healthy body weight is, say, right around 150, right? Maybe you're not there yet. Maybe you're trying to get in that range, but your healthy body weight is right around 150. That means you should be drinking 75 ounces of water per day. Does that make sense, guys? So not half of your current weight, but half of your healthy body weight. So that biologically is what your body requires every single day to ensure you're properly hydrated. Now, here's some tips about water, okay? Because hydration is super, super, super important. Water is responsible for transporting the vitamins and minerals you're eating throughout your body, delivering to the various organs, and making sure you're properly, nutriated. I just made that word up, okay? And then your water is also responsible for eliminating, okay? So making sure the waste that's in your body, we're cycling that down through your lower intestine and out of your body, right? So water is also responsible for helping you to eliminate on a regular basis. Your body is also your water is also responsible for helping your arteries to dilate. So for those of us who are dealing with hypertension, high blood pressure, we need that water to ensure the viscosity of our blood is at a low rate. We don't want high viscosity. So viscosity is, essentially how thick your blood is. So something that has a high viscosity, for example, is going to be honey. So you guys know when we pour honey and it comes out nice and slow, honey has a high viscosity. We want our blood to have a low viscosity. We want it to flow, and we don't want our body to have to overwork to pump that blood through our arteries. So water is going to help us do that, okay? So here's a couple pro tips about hydration before we move on to detox. First things first, and I tell all my students this at the Black Health Academy and at my signature program, Farm to Table. You have to drink 25 ounces within the first 30 minutes of waking every single day. This is going to help begin to reset your taste buds. It's going to help to increase your metabolic rate, i.e., how quickly you burn fat. And it is really going to help you start eliminating first thing in the morning, okay? So we want 25 ounces of water within the first 30 minutes of waking. Listen, I see my chat heroes in there. Somebody drop that in there for me. 25 ounces within the first 30 minutes of waking, because somebody needs to get these notes, okay? And again, we want that first thing. So before coffee or tea or a bagel or before even oatmeal hits your palate, I want that water. So keep it on your nightstand, keep it close to the bed, 25 ounces within the first 30 minutes of waking. Ideally, that water should be room temperature. Ideally, that water should be out of glass or stainless steel, okay? And if you want to flavor it up, you can totally do that with whole real food. So we're looking at lemon, limes, cucumber, mint. No powder, nothing man-made, nothing that comes in a bottle or a jar. No, the only thing you're allowed to add to your water is whole real food that you slice yourself, okay? So hydration. So we're gonna start with that 25 ounces within the first 30 minutes, and then throughout the remainder of the day, guys, you're gonna work your way up to that half of your healthy body weight. So in the example I used earlier for the 150-pound person, if they're supposed to be drinking 75 ounces a day, they're going to get that first 25 in within the first 30 minutes, and they only have 50 more ounces to go for the rest of the day. So that's your goal, and you ideally want to finish your water at least 2 hours before bedtime, will be ideal so that you're not up all night. And then here's another pro tip about water. If for some reason, right, you cannot get all of your water in that day, another great way to hydrate the body is by eating your hydration. So listen, I'm plant-based, which means I don't eat any animal products. I don't eat any dairy. I don't eat any refined sugar. And so my diet is made up of a lot of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and legumes. Well, fruits and vegetables, guys, are made up of 80 to 90% water. So in addition to drinking your water, you can also chew your water by eating things like the cucumber and the melon, the mushrooms. All of that is made up of so much water. So that's some extra credit way of making sure you're getting proper hydration. All right. So that's first things first. Again, these are 3 things we should be doing every day. These are not things you should do when you have time or if you have leftover time. These nutritional tips I'm giving you are how we should be prioritizing, okay, our health every single day, because health is a daily intentional practice that we should be practicing, okay? All right, so that's pro tips about water. I don't see any questions in the chat. I see a bunch of notes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's go on to number 2. All right. So first, hydration. We're going to do that daily with water and food. Second thing we need to do, and this is a big one, is detox daily. Now, Here's the thing about detox, y'all. I've historically, if you've been following me for any number of years, with me teaching health and slinging health all over the planet, you know that I have historically had a beef with detox. Like, I used to couldn't stand when people say, I'm about to do a detox, 21-day detox, 30-day detox, the Daniel fast detox with my church, and blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you why. It's not because detox is a bad thing. It's because people detox to retox. They like, I can't wait till this Daniel fast over, girl. I'm giving me the biggest piece of chicken, or I can't wait till Easter. We're gonna have that ham. And I'm like, well, what's the point of detoxing if you're gonna put it back in, right? And so normally people, we detox because, oh man, I had a crazy summer, or we had a crazy vacation and I got to get all this out of my body. But we're not necessarily detoxing to stay clean. So the way I teach it at the Black Health Academy, the way I teach it in Farm to Table is, we need to detox to stay clean, not detox to retox. You don't want to take your body through this constant cycle of cleaning it out, then, sludging it back up, cleaning it out and sludging it back up, right? So that's why I teach that detox is a daily practice and not a biannual practice, not a once a year with the church practice, not a 21 days when I feel gross practice, right? Detox is a daily practice. So, Lise, how do we detox daily? Okay, well, the first we already covered is hydration. When you drink enough water every single day, y'all, when I tell you those bowels are going to be moving, you're going to be eliminating regularly, especially when you start with that 25 ounces at the top of the morning. It is a game changer. So that water is going to be extremely helpful with detoxing. The second way you're going to detox on a daily basis is by making sure you're consuming 30 grams of fiber or more. 30 grams of fiber a day or more. Now, this is minimum, okay? Shout out to everybody that doesn't just meet their quota in life and they go for the gold, but minimum 30 grams a day of fiber or more. Now, I'm plant-based. I don't eat any animal products. Let me tell you something. If you're still consuming animal products, whether it's meat, fish, dairy, poultry, eggs, animal products, no animal products have any fiber at all. There's no fiber present in animal products. So if you find that you're eating, animal products at every single meal, you're taking up precious space that can be reserved for a food that's more nutritionally dense. So the bulk of your fiber, the way to get that 30 grams in the quickest, is going to be with legumes. So legumes are things like your beans, your split peas, your chickpeas, your lentils, then your fibrous foods like your oats, right? A great way to get your fiber in quickly, because if you're not hitting that 30 grams of fiber a day or more than likely the waste that you have in your body is not escaping. A lot of times when we think about detox, right? We're thinking about, the stuff we just took in, like, oh man, I had a rough summer, I had a crazy weekend, I need to detox, or I just been living it up because this month was my birthday month and I need to detox. But guys, if you don't have a daily practice of getting in that fiber, then you have backed up waste, like metabolic waste, like things our body, especially as women, we produce hormones, or we produce estrogen and progesterone. And a lot of times we have reproductive health issues that are estrogen dominant, right? Breast cancer is estrogen dominant, fibroids, estrogen dominant, right? PCOS, estrogen dominant. And what happens is, if we are not eating enough fiber, the hormones that we naturally produce don't have a way to exit the body. And so we think it's the food that we're eating where we're getting extra hormones in our body, but it's actually what we're producing naturally that doesn't have a way to cycle out. So you can be producing things that's backed up, or you can be consuming things that back you up. So it's really, really important that you're getting that 30 grams of fiber a day, period, non-negotiable. Absolutely important. And if you're not sure how much you're getting, one of the things we have our students do in Farm to Table is log their food. We use an app called Lose It. You can use anything, MyFitnessPal, doesn't matter, but something that's going to give you a reading every day so you can see when you put your meals in, it'll kick it back to you. Here's your macronutrients, proteins, carbs, and fats. And then here's a breakdown of your fiber and your sugar, just so you can get an idea of how much you're getting right now. Now, final pro tip here about detox. we don't want to get our fiber from man-made substances. So I know there's powders and supplements and things out there, fiber supplements that you can buy, okay? But those who know me know that, I do not promote any vitamins or any supplements unless they're warranted by blood work. A lot of times we just go to the drugstore and we buy these things off the shelf because they're marketed well. We're like, oh, a daily vitamin that's going to give me, 50 different vitamins in one pill. This has to be good for me, especially because it says it's for women over 40 in Detroit who drive a Cadillac. So this must be meant for me. Thank you. But no, that's not the case. Okay. We absolutely should be getting our vitamins, our minerals, our fiber from whole, real food, guys. Whole, real food. Okay. So not a fiber supplement. All right. All right. Another way that you detox before we move on how to nourish is with sleep. Yes, so much magic happens at night when we are getting quality sleep. So I don't care about the number of hours you sleep. I care about the quality of that sleep while you're sleeping, because you can sleep for 8 hours and still wake up completely exhausted. Or you can sleep for 5 hours and be completely refreshed, right? And so while we're sleeping, that is our body's opportunity to get rid of a lot of metabolic waste. So much magic happens when you're sleeping. Rest, recovery, sleep is so important. A lot of times we think of detoxes of what we eat or what we're not eating, but we also need to hyper focus on how we rest, how we restore, how we recover, okay? So quality sleep is going to be so important here. A couple pro tips. You want that temperature low. So temperature should be between about 65 and 70 degrees in a room. You want it to be dark. If you have to sleep during the daytime, get some blackout curtains, because our body is meant to rest when the sun is down. Our circadian rhythm is completely linked to the earth. And so if you can't for some reason sleep at night while the sun is down, then you need to recreate that in the bedroom with silence, with darkness, and with a lower temperature. Okay. And then also with regard to sleep, those devices, y'all, the TVs, the phones, the iPads, and all of that, even though you decide you're ready to sleep, when you close that device or turn that TV off, your brain is still trying to process all the information that it took in, trying to catch up. So it takes longer for you to shut down and for you to move into a parasympathetic restful state. All right. So get those out of the room. All right. Now, finally, we have nourish. All right. So we got hydration, we got nourish. This is the last step. We are hydrated the body, we've detoxed the body. Now it's important that we nourish the body with plenty of fruits and vegetables every single day. Remember, I said you need 102 vitamins and minerals to thrive. However, we have to eat them to get them. So a lot of times we focus on health based on what we don't eat. I'm reducing my sugar, I'm eliminating dairy, but you also have to concentrate on what you do eat. So, hey, plants every damn day, right? And then you want to make sure you're getting in colorful fruits and vegetables. You want to make sure you're getting in cooked and raw food. Smoothies and juices are great, but you absolutely must chew. So you shouldn't be liquefying all of your nutrients. You should be chewing at least one meal every single day. So it's important to nourish the body intentionally. Some people take a pill for this. We eat plants, okay? So and swap out that protein powder or that green powder blend or that supplement for real whole food. All right. So I hope this was helpful, guys. I hope those 3 tips gives you a starting point on how to begin to institute optimal health with regard to nutrition in the kitchen, to pair it with all of this wonderful movement you are doing in the gym. Thank you so much, Lazet and the Life Center, for having me, and happy anniversary. Take care, guys. I'll drop my contact information in the chat for anyone who wants to follow up later. Thank you.